Okay folks, guess what I'm going to be making here? This is something quick and easy I found. It is keto mug brownie. Very, very quick and easy to do. So let me tell you how you do it. So you get your mug, you put some nonstick spray on it, which is exactly what I've done. And then you put some of your liquid ingredients in, and then you put your solid ingredients in. The reason you want to do that, it's if you've ever made protein powder, like a protein shake, you put the the powder at the bottom, and then you shake up your stuff. It kind of sticks at the bottom. So put your liquid stuff in first. So here's what you do. Here's the milk. I have coconut milk, unsweetened, of course. You want 3 tablespoons of your milk. Then here is my sugar substitute, allulose. This is non-GMO, and they specifically say that they get it from non-GMO and natural enzymes and non-GMO corn. Very important, because you don't know how many times I've purchased GMO erythritol and allulose. This is liquid, so this is actually pretty convenient. 1 tablespoon of that, or however much you need to make it, a bit sweet. Maybe 1 tablespoon is a bit too much, but we will see. Okay, so you have that. Then you have peanut butter or almond butter. You can use any sort of butter. I like peanut butter, so I put 1 tablespoon of that in there. And then for more of our solid ingredients, we have coconut flour. If you're using almond flour, you want double the amount, but I use 1 tablespoon. If you have almond flour, you want 2 tablespoons is what I found. We have cocoa powder. You want 1 tablespoon of that. Baking powder, you want 1/8 of a teaspoon. So very, very small amount. This is 1/4, so it's going to be half of this. A very, very small amount you want to put in there. And then this is no sugar added, keto, essentially stevia sweetened chocolate chips. 1 tablespoon of those. And then you just put that all in here. You mix it all up, all nice and good. You put it in the microwave for 60 to 90 seconds, depending on how well it's going to cook. And I'll show you the end result when it comes out. The first 2 times, let me tell you this, it comes out a little bit differently each time. Like, I think I've kind of gotten a little better at perfecting it. But the first time it came out, the second time it came out, they were both very, very different. The first time it was a bit more running, and it was mostly from the peanut butter at the bottom. It was like a thin layer of like peanut butter. It's like, that was actually really good. Second time, it wasn't really like that. It was more of a cakey type of actual texture, and it didn't really have that. But I want to mix this all up, microwave it, and I'll show you the end result. Okay, here it mostly is just stirred up before I put it in the microwave, and as you can see, I got down to the bottom, make sure I stirred it all up. Now, it is easier to stir this if you have a bigger container, but I just put it into the mug here. As you can see, it doesn't really fill it up too much, and when it'll lightly expand, ever so lightly. So yeah, not too much. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the microwave now after I even it all out, and we'll see the final product. Okay, it's about to come out now. I usually do maybe like 1 minute and 15. That's where I'm going to try it. So let's see. Let's see how it is. Rista, are you okay in here? No, little lizard burns. Little lizard burns. So let's check. Oh, it kind of expanded a little bit. It's kind of steaming a little bit. It may need to be a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to say it probably should do that extra little bit. So let's try it. Let's put it back in there a little bit more. Oh, it also could have been maybe I didn't let it sit a little bit. I think maybe it's best if you let it sit in the microwave. So I did 1.5 minutes, and I'll let it sit in the microwave for 1 minute and see if that helps finalize it. Okay, here it is after about 1.5 minutes and letting it sit for 1 minute in there. The consistency, again, this is very different from the other times I've made it. It looks like it will be pretty good. I don't know how well you can kind of see it. It's a bit, it's like kind of, looks kind of dry a little bit, but at the same time moist as well. It's kind of hard to describe, but below this, I don't know if you can see it. It did what it did the very first time I ever made it. The peanut butter kind of goes to the bottom, and you see that kind of like gooiness there, and it kind of, it gives it a really good, interesting flavor. Because you have some of like the liquid melted peanut butter at the bottom. So here's a little bit of everything. I see the chocolate chips, I see all that sort of stuff. So let's give it a bite now, shall we? So I have to say, it is like a dark chocolate. Okay, and it's because you use a whole tablespoon of the cocoa powder, which is, very dark chocolate. I have the, whatever they're called, the little chocolate pieces, whatever they're called, I forget. Chocolate pieces? What are they called? I'm being dumb. Chocolate chips. That's also like a dark chocolate. And then you also have like the fake sugar substitute, which allulose is a little less sweet than like regular sugar, so you usually need to add a little bit more than just what it calls for. So, I put about a tablespoon in, close to that, maybe slightly less. Probably should do slightly more, but that is like a lot. It's like I don't want 15 grams of sugar substitute. That's a bit too much. So this is actually fine for me because it's darker chocolate, very tasty. You got the peanut butter at the bottom, gives it a little bit of a peanut buttery flavor. And I guess because, it is a little bit, if you use like an almond flour, it probably wouldn't be quite as like dry like this, but that's entirely up to you. I don't mind that. I like the coconut flour personally. So I'm gonna go eat this now. You want to take care of a great one, and let me know if you ever make anything like this. Okay, Rooster, any final words? Lay Loser, look how cute I look.